Free shit, Nintendo.
This is going to be the next installment of Filmography Friday. This is Kill Bill Volume 2. It's put out in 2004. I'm the JJ.
Atori Fatso.
Junior?
No.
Are you his son? No, you're the same one?
Yeah,
you just lived throughout the decades?
No, I've just become more Japanese.
Moving right into it. The opening recap we get for this movie is both unnecessary and I think kind of bad. I think it tries too hard, if I'm being honest. I feel like her dialogue is fine.
We're meant to be one movie, so...
Even in the... As you brought up to my attention, the whole bloody affair, they don't even...
They don't even, like, do that.
Have the recap.
It's just one seamless fucking movie.
I mean, if they're a year apart, I'm assuming it came out on DVD. You should have been able to watch it beforehand. Early on, we get the church scene, and we get to see Sam Jackson keeping his streak alive by a technicality.
Oh, yeah, this fucking camo. Fuck you.
Do you remember what his name even was?
No. You don't have it written?
No, because he literally is a non sequitur cameo. I do not remember. I think it was Rufus.
Yeah, I think it was like Rufus.
I think it was Rufus. Doesn't matter because he has no impact on the plot whatsoever, does nothing, and is just there to be Sam Jackson.
Except he dies.
Okay. Bill is gone from being not shown to her walking outside and he's just playing a flute.
Snap of the finger, immediately shown.
And they don't really address it. It doesn't really feel like it's a reveal.
Oh my god.
It should be a reveal. Oh my god, they put the reveal in the wrong place. That actually just hit me.
The whole bloody affair, that would have been like a reveal mid-movie.
The thing that bothers me about it is Beatrix Kiddo's name isn't a reveal. They treat it like a reveal. This is a reveal and they don't treat it like a reveal.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I guess this is the guy that we've been hiding for the past...
They didn't even name him yet there?
2 hours.
I don't think that he really is...
There's no name put to him, but we've seen Bill. We've heard Bill.
No, until the
obviously.
guy, like, shakes his hand.
Right. I feel like Beatrix's new husband is pretty bad at acting. If I'm I don't want to be an asshole and say he's always bad. He has really, really bad... What was it? It was like oh, wait. It was like one of the most generic possible ways to say it.
He's obviously like an extra.
Yeah, but if you're going to have an under 5, make sure the under 5 can legitimately deliver one of the 5 lines you have him delivering.
True.
That's the thing that I never really got is, he'll do, but...
Tarantino should just put himself in that position.
Yeah, he should have done it. Oh, come on, he should have so done that part. Dude, the way Beatrix kisses her dad...
Yeah, there's people right there.
I don't know if that's your dad anymore.
I don't think that's your dad.
I think you're flat out lying, you slut.
If that is your dad, you're disgusting. Why am I married? Uma Thurton.
Yeah, Billy Bob Thurton's daughter. Uma Thurton.
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurton.
Helped basically write at least the character of the bride.
And which
that's really strange.
The character is what the entire story is based on, too, as it says in the credits. The script is based on the character of the bride written by Quentin and Uma.
Yeah, it's just strange to me that he would co-write the character. Specifically the character.
30th birthday gift.
You know, now that makes sense.
Still censoring Beatrix for no intelligent reason whatsoever. Despite already seeing it.
No fucking
Despite already being seen on the ticket to Okinawa. Bud is a completely boring character. We saw nothing of him in the first movie. A couple lines at the end that are non sequiturs. Bud, oh god damn it. God, Michael Madsen, why did you have to show up?
You know. We all deserve to die.
You deserve to die. Bud is one of the most boring characters, though. You see a couple shots of him in Volume 1, you see a couple shots of him in Volume 2. He does a couple of things that really don't matter, and then he dies.
It's like
that's it.
It's like,
and this isn't my Michael Madsen hate talking either. I don't actually hate Michael Madsen. I just wish he'd act.
My issue is just like they're attempting to make you feel bad for him with his bullshit job, his bullshit boss, yada yada. But this motherfucker was rolling in the dough, just fucking killing people for his brother.
The relationship really is the only thing that legitimately seems to be...
The only thing that is set that I semi felt bad about was like... Because they tell you, he's mad at his brother, yada yada.
He'll stop being mad at me eventually.
He kept the sword, so he's never really mad at him. He kept the sword that says, "To my brother Bill."
The only man I've ever loved.
But, like, that's just it. That's just really all there is to his character.
And after this, we get the Sid Haig Blues #2.
Sid Haig Blues.
He walks into his job, as we were talking about.
Sid Haig Blues.
They show him walking in to his job at the strip club. So, Sid Haig has 2 jobs in this world. One... a judge in a judicial court of law, and the other one, a titmonger. Michael Madsen gets called kid by his boss in that scene.
Yeah, whoa! This guy's like 50 at that point.
I don't care how much older.
Probably like 40.
I don't care how much older you think you are than someone. When they have wrinkles, they're not a kid. He shoots her. He's the only one to legitimately get her so far, which. It's so cheap and douchey. Yeah, it's so douchey and cheap it doesn't...
Well, that's why he got her!
No, I know.
He played it smart.
No, you're right. But, he shoots her with fucking... salt,
rock salt.
Rock salt. So the plan is to bury her then, which he then calls up his closest midget friend. And the 2 of them, not introduced to him at all. I don't know why this is relevant. You have a line, too, apparently.
Tad sloppy, Tarantino.
I just feel like that's a weird choice.
It's a bit sloppy.
I mean, the fact that he kind of...
I don't know what choice, just sloppy.
No, it's a completely weird choice, because there's no reason for him to call a midget as opposed to someone else on the team.
It wasn't actually like a fucking midget.
It's the way they filmed it, he just looked shorter than him. Yeah. Comparable to Madsen, is what I'm saying. Cuts to the Bill and the campfire story.
Bill tells a story like no man tells a story.
And it's almost friggin' Native American mystical.
I would love
with the fucking didgeridoo style flute and yeah. Well, when you die, the didgeridoo, like I said, it adds this level of mysticism to it, and I think it's weird to correlate that when you think about it.
Yeah.
But it's
about Pai Mei.
I think it does also correlate. Well, yeah, it introduces arguably one of the most enjoyable characters in a Tarantino movie.
Think about this. It's
buddy cop movie with Pai Mei and Hans Landa.
My favorite part about the campfire story is it's all about Pai Mei slaughtering a bunch of Shaolin monks.
No, yeah.
At a temple.
Yeah.
Because of a perceived insult.
Well, if we're gonna get on Pai Mei, let's get on his look too, because
it's so racist. And it's so
it is akin to some of the movies though back in the day. Better than everyone, and his beard is proof
like
of
a dog. You can go live outside and sleep outside like a dog.
But if you want to eat like a human, you pick up those fucking chopsticks.
Pick up those fucking chopsticks.
But, Pai Mei...
It's like he's such a piece of shit, but you love him. Because he knows he's a piece of shit, you know he's a piece of shit, but you also damn well know he's a good fucking teacher and he doesn't fucking care who you are. He's gonna teach you if you're willing to learn.
That note,
So good.
I have to bring up the one negative with him. They're sword fighting. And he legitimately crouching tiger, hidden dragon, jumps up and lands on the blade.
And the sword's bending, so they were clearly holding him up by a wire, but just barely to make it look well. And it's just like, okay, even then, that sword's snapping.
This is too much.
Too silly. This is super.
And there's some really, really big silly moments in this movie. That's one of them. Also, once again, we brought it up in Volume 1. That is arguably how Beatrix is able to get up and in that crawl space position against Go-Go. Because this man apparently teaches gravity-defying moves.
Adrian fucking Neville.
Also, throwing the sword into the base is just sloppy filmmaking.
Yeah, there's just an instant cut.
Just Pai Mei's charisma is what really makes the scumbag elements lovable.
I would not be able to do this man's training, but my God, he would make me want to try.
I wouldn't be able to.
He would make me want to try.
Well, that's the thing is, I don't think I could do it, but he pulls things out of you don't think you have, and that's the point of it.
Yeah,
so it's like
even so, he'd make me want to try.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I don't want to leave because I just love this guy.
Oh, you know what? That's a really fair point. The movie really throws away its original concept to go Chinese for a nice chunk of it.
Your Mandarin is lousy. Do you at least speak Cantonese? And I like that line because, you know, Mandarin is like the traditional Chinese language.
Also here, it's one of the harder.
No, I think I just like the point that he brings up the Mandarin. He's like, do you at least speak Cantonese?
No, yeah.
Like, it's like he looks down on anything that isn't fucking Mandarin.
Yeah. The training montage specifically, when she's doing the training montage and it's all those random intercut scenes of her on, like, backdrops and just paintings, and it just doesn't look good.
And then she's trying to fucking eat the bowl with the chopstick.
Now that's the scene I want to get onto. That's
a powerful scene.
That is the most powerful scene for me in this whole thing, and that's including David Carradine.
Instead of giving into what he's fucking saying, you know, she does exactly what he says. She remembers what Bill told her to do exactly as he says, and then she picks up the chopstick, and you just see him do the... Okay, you can tell, despite him being a complete fucking asshole, he's fucking proud of his student.
Yeah.
Because she is listening and paying attention.
Well, all he's asking is for you to put your all into it.
Yeah. He was asking her to show off what she can do, and he basically destroys her, has her arm in a lock, and is like, this is now my arm. And then later on is like...
You strengthen this arm.
Since that arm is my arm, I want it strong.
Yeah.
It's like... This is a good fucking teacher.
So powerful about the way that she tries the intelligent method of just using with her hand, and then he corrects her by throwing her food away.
He's just like...
Has another bowl ready because he knows the methodology.
Yeah, he knows the psychology here.
The methodology of his principles.
It's like, here's chance number 2.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And then when she tries it right that time, she tries with one hand, logically doesn't work. And she literally has to use her other hand to even steady it.
She was using her other hand in the first place.
That's what I'm saying.
And then again, he's just like smiling, like, and it's not like you don't know if he's smiling because she's going through arduous torture.
I want to point out he didn't throw it that time.
No, he did when.
No, you didn't.
I don't know. Yeah, they.
But that's the only reason I didn't. I'm just continuity.
You don't know if he's just smiling because of the arduous torture or if he's genuinely proud of his student.
Well, because Adam, it's also because he found a student worthy of actually being his full student, finally.
Yeah,
he found someone he can pass his technique on to.
Yeah, and it all explains how she is the Black Mamba.
No, right. The coffin, after the backstory, cuts back to Madsen.
She was just
reality.
Smart. I told him. She was too smart for a blonde. They're just like... Oh, okay, the blonde stereotype.
You know, it just hit me. When she does the inch punch for the coffin, it doesn't make a perfect circle, does it?
No.
Good on Tarantino, because she shouldn't have perfected it in that amount of time anyway.
No shit.
So it's just a nice... But she managed to break it, right?
He did teach her a 5-point...
A 5-point palm exploding heart technique.
5-point palm exploding heart technique. Oh, Asian names, and then why?
That honestly sounds like a Naruto move.
Yeah, and the burrowing was just like, you know, standard is 6 feet down when you're burying someone, and that's primarily because it's kind of hard to go deeper than that. The soil gets really tough, but it seemed like she was like 10, 15 feet underground, and she's just like burrowing up, and I'm just like, what?
Now, Michael Madsen and Elle are meeting up for a trade-off with the Hattori Hanzo blade he has, and you see Beatrice, god damn it, see Beatrix, you see,
tricks are for kids.
Oh my god, that line actually has certain pull now. But you see Bud and Elle meeting up, and they're going to trade for the Hattori Hanzo, and you see Beatrix on the top coming back from being buried alive. And that goddamn thing, that goddamn woo. I really like the scene of Elle talking to Madsen about the Black Mamba facts after he's been bitten.
I know, and it's like the one time I agree with this fucking hypocritical bitch.
She's being a hypocritical bitch.
Yeah.
She's standing there while he's unpacking the money is the most shady motherfucking thing in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, why the fuck
you can get away with it in the moment, but it's literally like, you're watching me unpack money.
First off, people do that to make sure
you don't
have anything to complain about.
I know where to find you. Get out of my house.
No shit. But it's just like people do that. But it's like
the way Ellie was doing it, punching the ice.
It's specifically, you know who Elle is. You know how Elle is. So nothing good about her still being here.
The actual reveal of
I liked her. I liked Elle's bitchiness though when she was explaining the Black Mamba.
That's what I was saying. That whole scene was one of my favorites. Yeah, and then the way she just flips the pad back over.
The saying goes in Africa, which I don't know if that's a thing. There's an elephant can kill you, a leopard can kill you,
but only the Black Mamba.
Is death assured or some shit?
Yeah. The Black Mamba facts was great, but Beatrix Kiddo revealing her name in the almost anime style non sequitur ding 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 scene. I personally like it, but it doesn't.
Melanie Whorehouse.
That was one of the names. When she's fighting Elle, she drowns her in the or trying to drown her in the toilet, and she flushes the toilet. And this is the negative for this.
I pointed
this out. I pointed this out. There is a thing in movies when I see that happening.
What do they call that? That's like a bullying thing in school. What was that?
Swirly.
Swirly.
It's like when you do that and then flush the toilet. That's giving them a second to breathe, or basically having a moment of peace before it fills up again and you're miserable again. That's a good thing. Is that your intention? Is it supposed to be that torturous? Are you fucking in like the fucking SEALs trying to get information from people?
Weird that it was Michael Madsen's.
Are we on that level, or is it just stupidity on the movie's front? Because I need an answer for that. That bothers me. But
I need it. I need it, people. I need Michael Madsen wearing Senkets. I need it.
Michael Madsen. Oh, okay, so the Ellie thing, we talked about it before, being great tension building of the two of them on either side, and it's the, she says a line about the future, you have to think about the future, and then the line she gives her back, bitch, you don't have a future. Why is she not Expendables?
Right?
She is a perfect female action star for them to add.
Thurman and fucking Expendables.
Now her versus Beatrix, Elle versus Beatrix, is great tension building. You have the thing on either side, like we said, and the fight itself is great, though it doesn't last as long as it originally was intended to be. Black Mamba shows respect to the Black Mamba as she walks out.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna bite this bitch. Her transitioning from Spanish to English at the beginning,
talking to the most interesting man in the world. Yeah,
her transitioning at the beginning of the conversation made me realize this is the beginning to Inglourious Bastards. This was him testing out the waters of accents and actually trying to get the proper accent down and doing it properly. And without this, I feel like the step of Inglourious Bastards being almost entirely foreign wouldn't have worked. So I think credit where it's due, that's probably this. This is to thank for that. Let's do the Ellie moment. She plucks Ellie's eye out. That's fucking awesome. Ellie is now blind.
And she's immediately screaming because she knows what just fucking
for a really long time, and it's a really uncomfortable scene, and I'll get to that in trivia. There's something about that scene.
That was after, of course, she admitted to killing Pai Mei via poisoning his fish. That's that bitch's thing, is poisoning people. It's just the way she plucks out the eye, and it's just like, oh, that's just karmic justice right there.
She's left assumedly dead in the room with the Black Mamba, because she's bound to run into it, but we know he's probably going to bring her back for Volume 3.
Possibly, but either way, that was karmic justice. Love that, though.
The kid reveal, when she walks through the door, and instead of an actual fight for the first time, it's 2 toy guns, and she just doesn't know how to react at Bill's house. It's just...
It's like... What? Her kid.
My kid's alive, and this isn't going to be a fight right now, and what the fuck? What is going on? I don't know what to do with my life right now. And just the reaction of my kid's alive is fucking genuinely touching. Like I said before, this is a phenomenal performance for her that I think will go underrated because people will see the heavy action. Bill just explaining, like, I was a bad guy. I was a bad daddy. Bad daddy. Bad daddy. But him saying it, just despite admitting it, he's fucking disgusting. The way he says it, we all make mistakes, honey. Like you stepped on your fish. I shot mommy in the head. That's fucking repulsive.
I shot mommy.
And not the good kind of shot, it was a real kind of shot. It's like, dude!
Oh.
The fuck?
You could tell this kid's gonna grow up to be fucked up because of the whole fish story.
The whole fish story,
It's like, this kid has all the makings of being a fucking killer.
Also, she watched a movie, what was it?
Samurai...
Shogun Assassin.
Shogun Assassin.
At that young of an age with her assassin mother and father. Bill shooting Beatrix with the truth serum is fucking funny as hell.
No, what makes it funny...
What the fuck did you just shoot me with?
Is her fucking response. What the fuck did you just shoot me with?
I also love that he says, I'll kneecap you, and then shoots her in the kneecap with it. The Superman point is one of the most amazing ways of looking at that character I have ever seen, and slightly does change my opinion on that character.
Although I still find Superman dull. And...
Oh, that point about Superman is just... Only someone who truly loves Superman can make that point, which leads me to the Klingon proverb,
Tarantino's a fucking nerd.
The sheath block... when they're fighting, her and Bill, he goes to stab her, and she blocks the stab with her own sheath, sheathing his sword, and then hitting the palm technique.
With a fight with Elle when she's about to take out the sword, she's got it out, and then she just forces it back into the sheath.
That was awesome.
I loved that.
And then also a point about Elle I want to bring up is the depth perception caused her to be a worse swordsman, and maybe that's why she poisons everybody. The slow walk when Bill gets the exploding heart technique, and they have one of the most heartfelt conversations in the movie. Once again, phenomenally acted by Uma Thurman. You can tell... What was the line?
What, the...
Do I look ready? Or how do I look? How do I look? Ready.
You look ready.
And tears in her eyes, and it's just... I don't know, am I the only one who gets the fact that she almost feels like she wishes she could have, like, a normal relationship with these two?
And then he's just, like, in awe, and then, like, he gets up, one of his steps, starts walking, dies.
Takes, like, 2 or 3 steps, and on the third one just...
There's no more last words, he just falls and dies.
Like, beach fight that Bill mentions in the scene when he tranks her?
Yeah.
It's actually in the original script, but was cut due to production running long.
Damn.
So we would have had an amazing choreographed Bill fight at the end. He's arguably, when you think about it, the more we move on, the shorter the fights get. The first movie is arguably a little backwards, but I'm saying as far as the number, numerically. Oren Ishii is obviously the longest, and Vivica Fox is probably the second longest. Buck, I said Buck. God damn it, Bud, she doesn't fight.
But Bill,
Bud, she doesn't fight, and then Elle, she literally plucks her eye out, and then Bill is literally...
Yeah, Bill's just like a couple moves and then defeated.
Every person killed on screen in live action was killed by a woman. Take that, feminists! Warren Beatty was considered for Bill.
Warren
Beatty.
Warren Beatty? What?
The actor Warren Beatty was considered for Bill.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Oh. The Undisputed Truth, the Truth Serum, is named after a 70s soul group Tarantino's a fan of. The campfire scene was changed for the better. It was originally going to be a Jeep ride. Thank God it was a beautiful, mystical, almost didgeridoo Australian fucking peyote trip. Bud has the same gas canister that Mr. Blonde used to burn the cop in his trailer. Continuity!
Wow.
Tarantino originally intended to recreate bad dub jobs with Pai Mei, but then scrapped it due to it being a little too gimmicky.
Damn. I would have loved that.
Robert Rodriguez scored this movie for $1 in exchange for Tarantino doing the same on Sin City.
He scored that?
He also guest directed Sin City.
He scored it?
Yeah.
What? Tarantino is a real-life fucking Mary Sue.
Yeah. Michael Parks reads Esteban's lines so well that he replaced Ricardo Montalban, who originally had the role. He replaced a known famous actor because he read the lines better when Ricardo Montalban was late. I'll do it for the stand-in. You're not a stand-in, now you're the part. We fired Ricardo Montalban.
What?
There was a cut chapter of Go-Go having a sister, the Yubari twins.
I would have loved that.
And it's called the Yuki scene, and it involves her destroying the pussy wagon, and it shows, it explains why Beatrix doesn't have that for the rest of the movie. Elle's eye gets removed, and she freaks out.
To penetrate me?
Oh yeah, the Go-Go. That guy was from Liar's Game for all my Crunchyroll drama fans. All 5 of you.
Lucky for her, Matsumoto was a pedophile.
Well, and animated. Elle's eye gets removed and she starts freaking out. It was actually intended to make Tarantino laugh, and it was a random improv, but he loved it so much he kept it in, and it felt like she was legitimately going nuts.
Oh my God.
And I think that legitimately works, and I love that choice to keep that in, personally. And the final one that I did not tell you when I was writing these, Tarantino hinted at 2 possible Kill Bill continuations or spin-offs, Volume 3 being the next one of them. Tarantino, the other one he hinted at another one, and this is the one I personally want. He hinted at a diva's backstory, because that's haha, Michael Madsen's a diva. Tarantino hinted... Perfect for Yuko. I almost said Michael Madsen hinted. Tarantino hinted at a diva's backstory done in the form of an anime.
What?
Yeah. So we haven't been good at setting these up, and I apologize. We'll be doing those better. We'll get better at this as we go along. The one thing I do have to set up is the next one we're watching is... The next movie we watch for Tarantino is...
Let's put it out.
Death Proof.